Oh, I see some hands. Perfect. Daviana, what was the title of the story that we listened to yesterday? You have to unmute yourself, okay, sweetie?
The Hummingbird.
Yep. The Little Hummingbird. If that's what you were thinking in your brain, kiss it.
Adanya, are you okay? Oh, she froze like that. Okay, we're going to continue. So we are going to read part of The Little Hummingbird again. We're not going to reread the whole story, but we're going to kind of go back and closely read the text. So we're going to read little chunks and answer some questions and talk about what we read and what we think, and then read another chunk and do the same thing, okay? And then at the end, your job is going to be to write a paragraph about the story elements in The Little Hummingbird. And if that feels scary right now, don't worry, because we're going to show you exactly how to do it, okay?
We broke it down step by step for you guys, so you're okay.
All right, Miss Ishley, should we sing our song today, or should we just
Would love to sing our song today.
All right, let's do it. Do you guys want to sing with us? Thumb up if you want to sing with us. I'll unmute you if you want to sing. Daviana wants to sing with us. Okay, Daviana, you have to unmute yourself. Unmute. Okay. Donnie doesn't want to. I think Imad and Isam do. They are the songbirds of our generation, after all.
Yeah.
Myra does. Okay. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Myra.
Okay, ready?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
We do what we can. We do what we can to make more for a better place. We do what we can. But what if I am small? But what if I am small? How can I do anything if I am not so tall? There's lots of things to do. There's lots of things to do. Look around the school you're in to find the thing to do. You can help your friends when they need a hand. Helping hands can make a difference all across the land.
You can help.
Cleaning up the mess you make will leave no trace.
You skipped the line, Miss Eve.
Oh, I did?
Yeah. Let's start here.
Okay, by you.
Help your school to
make it a clean place. Cleaning up the mess you make will leave no trace. We do what we can. We do what we can to make our space a better place. We do what we can.
Bravo, guys. Really good singing.
Thank you. Thank you. I hated it. Oh,
Remember?
Miss Deacon.
Really good, Anaya. Yes, Brandon?
Maybe that could be our song. Our next song.
Yeah.
The beat.
No, it's a
So how can you
Yeah. Somebody else said my name. Daviana.
Daviana.
What's up?
I'm wondering if you can sing the song to her.
Will do. I'll
Yep.
put the lyrics on Google Classroom for you, okay?
It's a good one.
All right. So here is a target for you today. How about I say it and you repeat it back like we do at school? Ready? I can determine the central message of the Little Hummingbird
Of the
Little Hummingbird
based on how the characters respond to the problem or challenge.
respond to the problem or challenge.
Good. So just to recap that, you're trying to figure out the central message of our story based on how the characters react to a problem. So what they do when something goes wrong.
So remember, friends, the central message is the important thing that the author is trying to teach us through the book.
Yeah, the lesson. And the characters' responses will help you understand what the central message is. It'll help you understand how the react or how these characters do if maybe they didn't do the right thing.
Okay.
All right. To remind you, the focus question for today is, what is the central message or the important lesson in The Little Hummingbird? This fun little book right here. All right. I'm just going to show you this real quick. So make sure you're looking at the screen. These are our notes from yesterday that we took about the Little Hummingbird. So we talked about the setting and the characters, the middle, the end. I want you to take just a minute to look at those. I'm not gonna read them to you because we did talk about them all yesterday. So I'm gonna give you half a minute to just look those over real quick, okay? So I should see your eyes looking at the screen. The setting is the forest. Who are the characters? What's the problem? Thumb up when you feel ready to move on. All right. If you didn't get to read those all the way, that's okay because I'm posting them in Google Classroom with your work today. So you can have some extra time to read them over. I did block off the central message. I'm wondering if anybody remembers what the central message of this book is. You can think about our song that we just read. You can think about the problem. London, what's the central message? You have to unmute yourself.
You can.
Do you need a little help?
Think of the song we just sang.
We do what we can. What does that mean?
And then think about what the little hummingbird did.
Oh, the little hummingbird got water, so then it could save the forest, but you don't need to be too small to save.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter how big or how small you are, you can make a difference too, right? You agree, show London a thumb up. Good, okay, so what we wrote on our notes is that even if the challenge is great or it's a really big challenge, do what you can to help. Anaya, please put the phone down. That's very distracting for people who are trying to pay attention. All right, so moving forward, I want you to really think about the characters in this book and how they respond to the problem. So the problem is, remember that the forest is on fire, their home is on fire. And so you need to think about what they do when that happens. Some of them do the right thing and some of them do something else. So I'm gonna reread you 2 pages and then I want you to think about what you notice, what reasons they're giving for why they can't help put out the fire, okay?
Miss Deacon, before you go, friends, that's a picture of a bunny, a bear, a frog, an owl, and a hummingbird. So be listening for those characters.
Yeah, I think that's a wolf. Yeah, okay, either way.
The
Here
wolf.
we go. She dashed to the stream, that's the hummingbird, and brought another drop, and she continued back and forth and back and forth. The other animals watched Little Hummingbird and they were frightened. What can I do? Sobbed Rabbit. This fire is hot and I am scared. The fire is so big, howled Wolf, and I am so small. I can't do anything about this fire. What reason does the rabbit give for why he can't help with the fire? B?
Because he's hot.
Yeah, the fire's too hot, right? He's afraid he'll get burned. How about the wolf? The wolf says that the fire is too, Imad?
Too big, and he said he was too small.
Yeah, he says the fire is so big and I am so small. How about the frog? What does the frog say? London?
But he don't want to go in there. He's going to get burned.
He just says, I can't do anything about this fire, right? He's like, I don't know, I'm just a frog. All right, let's keep reading. Let me flip this here. A lot of screens going on here. Oh, guess I'm showing you. Okay, My wings will burn, cried the owl. Little Hummingbird continued her work. She flew quickly, picking up more water and putting it drop by drop onto the burning forest. Finally, Big Bear said, Little Hummingbird, what are you doing? Why do you think the bear asked the hummingbird, what are you doing? Why would he say that? Daviana?
Because he's concerned that the hummingbird is going to get hurt.
Yeah, he's like, if I can't help this, how can a little hummingbird help the fire, right? You're absolutely right. So what do you think, what else do you think the bear is thinking, friends? What's he thinking about that little hummingbird besides he's going to get hurt? London?
He thinks the
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Can you say it again? Miss Dishley, can you hear London?
No, I can't.
London, can you type it? I'll open up the chat so I can see what you type, okay? Anybody else want to share while she types? What do you think the bear is thinking? You think he's thinking like, good job, little hummingbird? Or do you think he's thinking like that hummingbird might be a little crazy for doing that? Yeah, Daviana is agreeing. Yeah, he's probably like, that hummingbird is going to get himself hurt, and I don't know why he's even going to do that. Or she. I'm not sure if it's a girl or a boy. All right, I'm going to keep reading. A couple more pages. Little Hummingbird looked at the other animals. She said, I am doing what I can. So why does the hummingbird say that? Why does the hummingbird say, I'm doing what I can? Looking for a raised hand. B?
because everybody's staring at her and wondering what she's doing.
Yeah, and that kind of answers that next question.
Oh my God.
Probably thinking like, everyone's watching me save the rainforest, right? Or the forest. The hummingbird, show me thumbs up or thumbs down if you agree or you disagree. Do you think that the hummingbird is trying to tell the other animals that they could do something about it too? Yeah, I think so. London says the bear is thinking that she is going to get hurt. I agree, London. That bear is probably worried about that little hummingbird, right? All right, so again, we talked about these story elements, so I'm going to kind of skip through those, and I'm going to talk through what we need you to do today. Miss Dishley, you can.
Yep, I'm right here. So friends, today we want you to write a paragraph recounting the little hummingbird and its central message. Remember, recounting means to retell the most important parts, and we've talked about the central message, and that's the important thing that the author is trying to teach us through the book. A paragraph, friends, is a group of sentences that develop an idea. So it's more than one sentence. There's going to be a bunch of them that you're going to add together to make it into a paragraph.
Yeah, so I noticed that the word paragraph is sometimes a little bit scary for friends, but really all a paragraph is a bunch of sentences put together. And so if we said, we're going to write 4 sentences, you guys would be like, okay. But when we say paragraph, some of you are like, it's hard. And it is, but you can do it. And we're going to show you exactly how to do it right now, okay?
Friends, remember, you're almost in 3rd grade. So a paragraph, it's a word that you're going to really get to know how to do. We're so proud of you.
Yeah, and you can all do this, even if it feels hard. So the question that you're focusing on while you write, again, is what is the central message of this book, The Little Hummingbird? What's that important lesson? So on Google Classroom, I posted this right here. I posted these notes. And when you write your paragraph, you're going to want to open up these notes and look at them to help you along while you write. And we'll model a little bit of this for you right now, but the rest you're going to refer back to these notes to find the answers, okay? So your assignment is going to look just like this. I'll open up Google Classroom and I'll show you that. It's probably easier if I show you the real thing, which is right. Okay, so you're going to open up a screen that looks like this, and it says paragraph writing practice, story elements, and the central message from The Little Hummingbird. So you see this checklist over here where it says steps? See that? Thumbs up if you see it. Okay, so these are exactly what you're gonna do. You're just gonna follow these directions right here. So the first step says write a sentence to tell the title, the setting, and the main characters. Easy. So I'm just gonna say something like this. I'm gonna mute myself because when I type, it makes a loud noise with my keys, but Miss Ishla, you can like.
So this is the sentence that tells the title, the setting, and the main character. So it says, in the book, The Little Hummingbird, the setting is in the forest. The most important character is, who is it, everybody?
The little hummingbird.
Good job, is the little hummingbird.
No,
There are many other animals in the story as well. Now we have to, that was it. She answered the sentence that said the title. She answered the sentence that said the setting, and she answered the sentence that said the characters.
So I made that into a couple of sentences. If you can find a way to put that in one sentence, you're welcome to do that. But it had a few different parts, and so I broke it up a little bit. The second one says I need to write about what? What is this one telling me to write about? The problem. And what I would do is I would go back to the notes and I would look at what we wrote is the problem. So we wrote, I'm not going to pull it up for you friends because it's a lot of switching screens, but we wrote that the problem is that the forest caught fire, right?
Right.
Let me get back, hold on. Where did it go? There we go. All right, so I'm going to write a sentence about the problem. I'm going to say this.
The forest on free and they.
The animal's home, the forest, is on fire, and they are very scared.
So I added a little bit of detail to what we wrote in our notes. It just said that the forest is on fire. I added that they're feeling scared, and I encourage you to do the same thing.
So Ms. Deacon, I'm noticing that you're using the organizer to help support your paragraph writing.
Yeah, I am, because you know, Miss Ishla, it's hard to remember everything about a story when you're not listening to the story. You know, it's like there's a lot of things to think about. And you know what, friends, I can also link the read aloud again so that you can go back and listen to that if you really feel like you need to, okay? But I encourage you to use your notes. I'm not going to write any more sentences because I want you to be able to do it on your own, but I will read you the rest of the directions that you need to do. So after you write about the problem, you're going to write about how the characters respond to the problem. Now remember, that's not necessarily how the problem gets fixed, but just what all the characters do when something goes wrong. What does the wolf do, and what does the hummingbird do, and what does the bear do? What do all those animals do? That's their response, whether it's the right response or whether it's not the right response. That's how they reacted to the problem. After that, you're going to write a sentence telling if the problem is solved, and if it is, how? What's the solution? Now this story is a little tricky because it's not exactly solved, right? But a little bit. Friends, I'm noticing that some of you are on this document right now. Please focus on what we're doing. And lastly, you're going to write a sentence to tell the central message of the story, which again, all of that information is on that organizer. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to flip back to our presentation really quickly. Just to show you, not that, silly me. I'm going to go back to here. And I'm going to just remind you that our guiding question is, what does it mean to make the world a better place? So be thinking about the central message of the story. What is the lesson? How is this hummingbird a helpful part of his world?
Helping his little home, helping his home with all his friends.
Yes, how can you help in your little home with all your friends, whatever it is, but be thinking about stuff like that. I gave you a lot of directions. Miss Ishala, do you want to like recap the directions? And
I would love to recap the directions. So friends, your assignment today is to log on to Google Classroom. Your graphic organizer or the text organizer is going to be on there filled out for you. So it says the problem, the solution, how the characters responded, the central message, all of that information is already on Google Classroom for you to look at. And you're going to take that information and make it into sentences that would then make into a complete paragraph. So if it says, write the problem, a sentence starter could be, the problem in this story is. When it says, how do the characters respond? The characters responded by. So remember those sentence starters.
Yeah, exactly. So use the resources that you have. Use those notes. Use the video, the read aloud if you need to. Don't feel like you have to just remember it all off the top of your head, okay? Those of you who are on Google Classroom right now and who are on that document, I need you to X out because I have to repost it because I didn't make you all your own copy, but I'm doing that right now and it'll be up before you get started, okay?
Does anyone have any questions or is anyone feeling maybe a little confused? Yes, Lundy.
I'm right here. So somebody already did it, and then we just get all the information and put it in.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just going to take those little things, the little notes, and you're going to add more words to make it into a sentence.
Yeah. Anybody else have a question?
No? You guys feel confident?
All right.